Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of Window Shopping. I'm your host, Stephen Meade with Domicile Real Estate for people who love houses. This is where we take a look at cool, unique, interesting architectural homes and lifestyles, and we talk about them and what they mean so that you can make better, more insightful decisions. Also, it's just a fun way to waste time if you like cool houses. So let's go ahead and get started. This week, we are featuring a home in the Lantern district of Dana Point, and it's a style that I like to call the modern beach bungalow, right? These are smaller homes, they're located near the water, they tend to be in walkable or bikeable areas, and really this kind of style of home was really built between, in the 1950s and 1960s, all up and down the coast of California. And I think this is a bit of a unique lifestyle. Yes, you're going to give up some size. Yes, you're going to give up some yard space, but you get a cool home in a great area with ocean breezes. It's really kind of a unique lifestyle to consider. So let's go ahead and get started. This one has some controversy too. So stay tuned to the end because we're going to talk about a little bit of a mini scandal with this house and kind of see what you guys think. So let's get started. This is 33961 Crystal Lantern Street in Dana Point. It is, as I said, located in Lantern Village. $1.2 million, 2-bed, 2-bath, just under 1,000 square feet, built in 1961. And this one is not our listing. It is listed by Gaetano LoGrande with Bullock's Russell Real Estate Services. It's not our listing, but as we always say, if you are a buyer, you deserve your own representation, somebody who is looking out for you and not the seller. I think that's a key point to have, someone who has a fiduciary obligation to represent your interests. But let's go ahead and get started. So this is in kind of a cool area. And you can see from here, it's hilly. And the reason why I mention that, I'm going to actually go down a little bit here. I'm going to go down to the map section because I think this is sort of important to get some reference on where we are in Dana Point. So I'm going to bring up our little pointer here. This is Doheny State Beach. This is PCH right here. The harbor down here in Dana Point. I mean, this is a very walkable and bikeable. There are businesses all along PCH, restaurants, bars, breweries, fun things to do. There's really a lot of opportunity to kind of be involved in that sort of beach community feel. And that's really a hallmark of many of these homes is they are in communities like this, right? We're going to make the case for the modern beach bungalow. I'm going to go outside. This one is interesting because the Lantern District in Dana Point has this history where there was a developer who built a lot of houses and they're almost all the same floor plan, but they have different configurations, right? Because this is a hilly area. So some of them were built on the ground with a garage in front. Others were built elevated with a garage underneath like this because they were built into a hillside. This area was also unique because of the zoning. They actually did small side setbacks. If you look here, there's a very small side yard space between the houses. These were really kind of sort of an engineered housing development. This one's got some modifications that I think aren't great, but as always, I think of that as opportunity and potential, right? The angled weird double doors doesn't make sense. This walkway up here, I think they had a great idea to get up to the front steps, but not really great execution. Got a balcony here. I think some of these things can really be tightened up along the landscape. But let's go ahead and take a look inside. By the way, this gives you a little bit of a reference again on the area. This has that beach town feel. You're going to get ocean breezes. You're going to get all those beach town things that you want. And once we step inside here, you're going to see we got tongue groove open beam ceilings throughout, which is actually pretty cool. They've done kind of some saltillo tiles. Again, not great. Look at this as really kind of a shell that you can do something with. You've got this front balcony. We've got a little fireplace. What I love about homes of this size, right, is when a home is under 1,000 square feet, you really have a chance to think about all the spaces, to be deliberate, to do something interesting, and to really kind of jewel out the house and apply a level of detail to the design. And I think there's something really cool about being able to do that, and you could do it in a cost-effective way because, again, You don't have 2,500 square feet of flooring to buy. You don't have 2,500 square feet of rooms to figure out. You can really tweak the layout on a home like this and get it perfect and dialed in. And I'm a big fan of doing that. It's actually a pretty good sized kitchen for a 1,000 square foot house when you think about it. We've got a laundry room here, this front little balcony space, and then we've got 2 bedrooms around the back side of the house that you can see here. There's also a small backyard, and so again, these finishes, not my choice, but really you kind of have to look at a home like this as a blank slate, a really cool box in a great space. This is that 2nd bedroom with an ensuite bath. Here we've got that ensuite bath. And then this is that backyard area, which is not terribly deep, but I feel like this is such a missed opportunity. Because of the height difference with the houses in back, there's a chance for this to feel very private and secluded, right? So you've got kind of this outward beachy feel with this balcony on the front of the house. People are riding by on bikes, walking their dogs on the street. And then you've got this kind of private entertaining space around the back. And that's really what homes in a community like this are about. It's about taking advantage and extending those living areas. So when I see this, I think of just a lot of opportunity. Again, this is that small side yard. You'll notice it's basically a 3-foot setback, I think, here, or close to that. And then this is, again, kind of an overhead view of the house. You can kind of see where the backyard space is. Look at what the neighbors have done, by the way. Really nice deck off the front of this house. Maybe there's a lesson to be learned there with that, to really extend that outdoor living space, because that's what a house like this is about. These are what I call lifestyle homes. And in this case, you also get a chance to have some cool architecture. So pretty awesome. I'm a fan of homes like these just because I think they make you stretch your brain a little bit. Conventional wisdom says I need 1,500 square feet. I need all these things. This is the kind of house where you're going to be living indoor and outdoor almost all year round because the climate in Dana Point is just plain awesome. But now we're going to get to the controversy on this house. So we don't have an inside story on this house, but you'll see it's listed for basically $1,199,000. This home closed about a week ago for $1,050,000. So somebody is attempting to flip it less than a week after buying it for $150,000 more to command a 10% price premium on this house. Normally we really avoid discussions of pricing on this, but unless there is some major problem that has been cured on this house in the last 7 days, the market has not moved 10%, or over like 10 to 15%. The market has not moved 10 to 15% in the last month or so since this home went under contract. I'm sure there might be a hidden story behind this. Might even be just some wishful thinking. Somebody is hoping they're going to throw it on the market and hope they can get this amount for it. But really, I think as a buyer, if you're looking at this as a blank slate, you really need to be under this $1.2 million price level. I think at the price that the current owner paid 7 days ago, I think this house is a very compelling value proposition at just over $1 million. It's not big. You put $100,000 into it, and really, you'll have an amazing property and an amazing lifestyle at a price that, frankly, is just kind of really a middle of the road single family home in other parts of Orange County. So kind of an alternative thing for lifestyle. If you can make the size, you can make the bedroom count work. I think this is a great way to live. Anyhow, thanks so much for watching. We're always glad to have you with us. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. If you or someone you know loves architectural homes, please do share this video. If you would like to purchase an architectural or unique home here in Southern California, we would love to lend you our expertise and represent your interests as a buyer. Trying to think what else. We'll see you again real soon, everybody. Have a great weekend.